Jeff Brewer, B-R-E-W-E-R.
Doctor, though?
Yeah.
And what particular unit or area?
I'm a trauma surgeon.
Okay. Could you talk about the specific injuries that Officer McCarthy suffered?
He had a single gunshot through the abdomen and had some injuries to his bowel.
And what side of the abdomen? Or
the bulk of his abdomen.
The what?
The bulk of his abdomen.
Okay. What area did it go through, and did it exit, or was the bullet lodged in?
There's certain things that we, keep confidential for patient privacy.
Okay. I guess.
Could you talk about how many surgeries he had? 2 surgeries?
He did.
How long was each surgery?
A couple hours.
What was your initial, prognosis? When you first did you?
Well, it's always hectic when we have gunshots come in, especially when there's officers involved. And initially, we had concerns that there were multiple injured patients coming at the same time. So fortunately, him and his alleged assailant were the only 2 that needed surgery.
And he was only in surgery for a couple hours?
A few hours that first night, and then he had to take back a couple of days later for a brief surgery.
What do you think the road to recovery is going to be
We
like
would
for
expect him to fully recover.
Within a short period of time, a number of days, weeks?
I would suspect that he'd be fully recovered within a month or so.
What is it like to see the crowd kind of react to him being released here? How does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's just, that's what we're here for. We're here to take care of patients, whether they're, officers or any civilian that gets injured. That's what we pride ourselves on, is patients getting out of here and walking out of here healthy.
You mentioned that there were a number of other patients at the same time who were getting treatment as he was?
Yeah, we don't shut the doors just because one comes in, unfortunately.
What was it? Extremely busy in the ER that day,
we've been very taxed since the whole pandemic and then the bed crunch. So, it's been busy, but we work and treat all the patients the same.
Anything else? Thank you, Dr. Brewer. Yeah, thanks, guys. We got Commissioner Gramaglia and Mayor Brown are back there if you'd like that. Commissioner, we got you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up. All good? You're good, sir. You're good. Obviously, today's a great day. We're very pleased that Officer McCarthy is going home to continue his journey on healing. He obviously wanted to get home, but he wishes to express his sincere gratitude to all the hospital staff, all his well-wishers, the nurses, everybody, the doctors that took care of him to got him to the point where he is today, that he was able to go home. And, there's been a lot of community support. So this really is an uplifting day that we get to see him go home and he can continue rehabbing at home.
Is there anything new about the investigation that you're learning now, over a week since it happened?
It's a lengthy investigation. There's a lot to it. So it's going to be continuing on. There's a lot to get into. So I don't have anything new to share on the case right now.
We just heard the doctor say he expects the officer to make a full recovery. All of us heard the report that night, 3 officers shot, and we all held our breath. How much of a relief is it that? It sounds like they're all going to be okay.
This is a tremendous relief. We had one officer that was released shortly after his arrival. The other officer, who was also here today to see Officer McCarthy off, was released later on that night, thankfully. And to see Joe walk out of here today, and to see him walk out, that really is uplifting to everybody in the department and the community. No, thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
So today is a real blessing, seeing Officer McCarthy walk out of the hospital being discharged today after being shot in the line of duty. Underscores the dangerous and difficult jobs that our police officers do each and every day on behalf of our community. Certainly we're very thankful to the ECMC personnel, the doctors, the nurses, everyone that took care of Officer McCarthy. Very thankful to see him walking out of the hospital today and continuing his recovery at home. And as you heard from the doctors, expected to make a full recovery.